If everybody's at a stopping point, looks like at least most of you have got through this part of your people. Feel free to get up and eat whatever's left. There's still a little bit more over there. So, a little different subject this morning, or different than what we've talked about in the past. I think probably everybody in the room knows Carly's had some success with Union Pacific in the past week, and first got us nominated, and then led off the vote campaign for that. We were just successful in that, and so now we're in this finalist competition. I can attest that Carly's getting nervous by the days as the votes got a little tighter anyways today. So we sent some more stuff out this morning. But over the past year, maybe 2 years, I've had a couple people, I won't point them out, but a couple of them are in the room, who have suggested that we should look at some kind of railroad festival as a kind of way to organize a festival around something that we have a strong local tie to. Given that Carly's got us going on this UP contest, it seemed like it kind of fit together real well. And our hope was the voting is going to be over here in a week. We're supposed to be getting a call Monday or Tuesday to let us know how that goes out. I think the voting ends at, she's videoing me too. I think the voting ends at midnight on Monday, is that correct? Mm-hmm. So Tuesday we should be hearing from them. And we were hoping to at least be able to say, if we are lucky enough to win, that hey, we're already starting to think about how we would welcome you when you came to campus. So in that vein, what I've done today is put a few questions in front of you, like we always do for the small groups. Ask you just think about some different things as they relate to festivals, say railroad festivals in particular. What I'm really hoping is to get some kind of ideal characteristics, events, things that you think would be a natural fit for this, or things that should be included in this type of event. This is just kind of some pre-planning, really more than anything else. I'm hoping to get a few people who might be interested in the steering committee. Again, I already have a few people sitting in the room who are targeted for that. Are y'all wanting to hear from one of those people or not? So what I'd like to do is break out into groups as usual and have you go through the questions. Feel free to go off topic a bit if you have some other things that come up and you want to consider. I did want to give you an update on a few other things we've been working on. The past couple of meetings we've been talking about downtown issues and related issues and some different recruitment efforts. I'm pleased to report, but also not building your hopes at the same time, that we have a number of prospects that have showed up in the past, really 2 months now, on the downtown. With few exceptions, I have a prospect almost in every available building in the downtown. It's not the first time that's happened, so that's why I say don't get your hopes up yet. But kind of thought maybe today would be a good day to go off on another direction, really because we need more time to deal with the different folks who have showed up. So I don't want to have you generating more ideas about that while we're trying to deal with the folks that are already here. So that's kind of why I'm taking a little different tangent on that at the moment. Some other projects you may have seen in the paper last night. We continue to make some progress on the Dixie property, which again came out of this group originally. Hopefully things continue to go right here. Shortly you'll start to see some activity out there, but that's progressing along real well. The Future Gen thing is still out there, and we've actually got some people coming in town from Future Gen tomorrow. They're going to be doing some different meetings with landowners and different community leaders and that kind of thing down in Arcola. And that will really just be kind of a question and answer session, so they have questions the landowners have, different people neighboring the project have. They can come in and ask the Alliance, and we'll allow the Alliance really coming back with a variety of information to explain the different questions and things people have. So that's still kind of where it's been at for a while. We still kind of maintain a heavy skepticism, I think, on that project. There have been some other projects similar in Illinois, one in particular, the Tuscola project in Taylorville, that once again failed to get a vote in their favor last night with the General Assembly. So I still say there's a lot of turmoil as far as those kind of projects go forward. So we're just kind of keeping our hat in the ring and see what happens. So that's really how I like to get started today. Do you have questions? If you have questions about the questions or about the relevant, we can talk about that somewhat ahead of time. I know, I'm going to point at Fred now. Fred and I have been talking a lot about this the past couple of days. Fred's my biggest rail enthusiast that I know locally anyway. Good information source for me, so I'm sure he would have lots of comments. And then again, I know there's some others that have brought this up in the past. So I'd like to have some discussion about the Rail Festival, and we'll come back together and go from there.
Go back to future changes.
Yes.
What's the purpose of that meeting tomorrow?
The purpose of the meeting is to get comments and questions from landowners and those around the project. We got short notice last week, and so we sent out an email for this week and invited a bunch of different folks in. Community leaders, the mayors of the different communities, Oracle and Tuscola, invited in, county board leaders, those type of folks, so they can come and ask questions basically about the project, where the project's at, what issues people have with it, so the lines will either answer those questions or we'll go get them more information. Would you like to come to one of those meetings? You're more than welcome. I'll be happy to get you in and come up with those lines. Okay. Anything else? Yes, Dave.
Brian, if we are successful with the EP train, how long will it be in town for?
Well, I don't really know yet. My guess is really it's probably just going to be an afternoon, or it really could be just a short stop. But, we don't know unless Carly gives me some other information. You know, as far as are you're going to be able to do a walkthrough on part of the train or anything like that. Really don't know. We do know part of it will be a passenger train, and just because they said they're going to give some tickets away and those kind of things. I have no idea who the top getters are at this point. I don't think Carly knows either. There's a couple names that have been on there for a while. So. We're going to pick 5 people, like you've probably seen on the site, out of the people who are trying to get votes, and those 5 people are going to get the ride to trains.
Yeah. Colleen spoke with one of the reps from Union Pacific, and they basically said that whatever route wins, when they come through will really depend on the weather and the time of year, and also if there's construction on any of the lines at that point. They also said that it's probably going to be a total 6 or 7 day excursion from the starting point to the end point, wherever that is. So we'll be working with them. I mean, hopefully we can get it here on, a weekend or something, but right now we really don't have any information rather than what's on the website.
The impression you get from the website, at least that I got, was that they're obviously going to work with the different locals to try to match up, what's going on, time of year, that kind of thing. So I would expect we'll have a little bit of say, or at least be able to give them some recommendations. So, my guess is they would not necessarily want to come in the middle of the week, or but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, what you have in this packet, I've actually given you, if you picked up all these forms. This is just a planning exercise, something I think you've heard me talk about before, strategic doing, of how we kind of lay out events and try to set a timeline, so we have a very detailed kind of plan of action. In the handouts, I've given you one that's completed, one that's blank, and I've also given you a short form that we use to plan activities that Carly and I use in the office. And so basically what I'm hoping to do is start filling in some of that information and basically start to get a working plan what some of the timelines might be. We don't have a date. My guess is sometime in June or July. I would think they would shoot for the summer, but we'll see. So you don't have to try to decide on a final date or anything. That's obviously not for the day. I'll let you get going in your discussion, and then we'll break back in about 20 minutes or so.
Do you want to talk about the maple syrup example I included?
Oh yeah, no, I totally
okay.
have one that's good.